There's John. There's Pop and Savannah. Where's Savannah?
I don't know. So move it a little bit more. Oh, there.
Oh, there. All right. Now it is.
Oh gosh. Okay, that's all 6. Okay, so recently in my microbiology class, Sandra, sit down. Recently in my microbiology class, our professor told us that cooking our food actually made it more dangerous to eat. We were all pretty confused, including me. Actually, it was thought that cooking actually ridded your food of microorganisms that would make you sick or could potentially kill you. While cooking does do those things and does protect us from the bacteria and parasites, it also opens you up to an exposure for acrylamide, which is a chemical that you can't wash away, and it can lead to increased cancer risk and neural problems. Acrylamide is a crystalline compound used industrially in the making of dyes, papers, plastics, and cosmetics and caulks. If you didn't think smoking was bad enough, guess what? Researchers have found traces of acrylamide in cigarette smoke. Dad? Mom? So, let's see. Acrylamide actually forms naturally from naturally occurring elements found in the food. This chemical is not washed away because it is found within the food and not on the surface. It is only released whenever you cook food at high temperatures of above 250 degrees Fahrenheit or more. While deep-fried foods contain the highest levels of acrylamide, raw foods do not. It does not accumulate in the body because we obviously pee. It's eliminated through urination. However, although it is eliminated through urination, you laughed. Although it is eliminated through urination, it does have harmful effects on the body, and the target audience of that are 12 to 18 years old because of their poor dietary choices. According to professionals, the adverse effects of acrylamide consumption are neurotoxicity and carcinogenicity. The American Cancer Society, among other health-related organizations, have suggested that consumers should limit their intake of acrylamide because it has an increased risk of cancer and presynaptic damage. Acrylamide has also been linked to the alteration of embryonic development, which is the growth of unborn babies. Brayden. According to professionals, while acrylamide is a probable carcinogen, a variant that increases one's chances of developing cancer, it also reduces sperm count, which affects fertility rates negatively. Furthermore, as it affects the male testes, it also induces mutagens that alter or change germ cells, somatic cells, and What's so funny? And the growth of embryos. Aside from growth factors, this toxin also takes a toll on the central and peripheral nervous systems. Neurotoxicity, according to professionals, causes nerve terminal degeneration and the inhibition of axonal transport, which means that the signals that must fire for a nerve to work properly are hindered. Neurotoxicity is characterized by skeletal muscle weakness, numbness in the feet and the hands, and also problems with urinary retention. Sadly so, it has been estimated that children's levels of exposure are twice that of adults. It seems like one little piece of mom's meatloaf just opened you up to a world of problems. But there are some steps you can take to reduce the amount of acrylamide you are exposed to. The FDA stated that acrylamide is formed through cooking. Because it's formed through cooking, the acrylamide levels of organic foods that are cooked should be the same as non-organic foods that are cooked as well. You can reduce the levels of the toxin in your food by cooking it at lower temperatures, boiling it, steaming it, or even microwaving it, even though microwaving your food kills some of the nutrients. Studies have also found that palm oil is healthier than regular fatty oils whenever you're frying, and it's also been suggested that you need to not reuse your cooking oil because the concentration of the acrylamide actually increases with the increased number of frying sessions. So, no more twice cooked french fries. The FDA also stated that fruits, nuts, whole grains, and dairy products are safest to eat. As much as being beautiful means to women, Savannah, cosmetics also contain the toxin, so you should probably limit that. Simply put, it is important that we watch what we eat, not just for our health, but for our overall life. As we limit it, we need to look beyond how fatty it is and focus more on how we're preparing it. If we eat tar, we will become tar. So it is imperative that we make healthy choices and limit our exposure to harmful chemicals such as this one. Does anybody have questions? Sam, do you have a question?
How can you, I guess, what are some of the things we can do to prevent, besides, I mean, we all know that by cooking it, it creates it. So what do you suggest we should do to limit the chemical?
It's also said that if you cook at higher temperatures for a longer amount of time, you're exposed more, so the levels are higher. So obviously, you need to cook at lower temperatures, and you need to try not to eat fatty, make it a healthier option.
Well, people nowadays have harder times to reach for something more healthier, more greener. What do you suggest we should do to make those decisions?
Well, in the case of acrylamide, instead of frying your chicken nuggets or baking your chicken nuggets, whether they are hand breaded by you or they're prepackaged, microwaving them actually reduces the amount of acrylamide. Just making toast actually produces acrylamide. Burning your bread, especially when you overcook something, if you can't cook it to begin with and then you burn it, you're really causing a hazard. But
Sam, I pity you.
okay. But as for that, you just have to cook it well. My mom just said I burn water, so I should probably take tips for myself. Yeah, just try not to burn it like I do, and make better choices as far as how you cook it. Though microwaving it does reduce its nutritional quality, you are preventing yourself from the damage of acrylamide. So, with that being said, this is over.
I got one more.